Not in Solon, not in Bedford, but in Central, Fairfax, in the heart of the inner city, in Huff, in Collinwood, in Glenville. That is the focus of the Midline Project. And in the next 2 weeks, you'll hear the first company who has said yes. They've committed 100 to 200 new jobs to come to the Midline Project, part of that vision. So it's happening. It's happening. So the last thing I want to mention before we hit some Q&A and we call on members of the cabinet to talk about their other priorities that we have at City Hall is safety, safety, safety. We've been working around the clock to continue our investments to make Cleveland a safer city. We continue to see positive gains and improvements in police hiring. Since we took office in 2022, we've hired 300 new officers to join the ranks of the Cleveland Division of Police. We've cut our time to hire from 18 months to 4 months. Any officer who joins our ranks now gets a $5,000 sign-on bonus. We've increased the age because as I was doing safety walks across the city, we just did one last night in the 1st District in the West Boulevard neighborhood. So many military veterans who wanted to join the ranks of our police department were maybe a year or two old. Our age limit was 40. Now it's 50. Anybody want to join? Let me know. We got a recruitment event coming up in the next couple of weeks. And because of all those investments, we have an historic number of folks joining the ranks of law enforcement. But we also recognize that public safety can't do it alone. That's why when we do our neighborhood walks around public safety, we're doing them in hot spots where we know there's increases in violent crime, where we know there's complaints around vacant lots and code enforcement and groundhogs and speeding. That's why it's just not the police chief and safety director walking the streets. It's building and housing. It's 311. It's public health. It's community development. It's community relations. Every single department at City Hall plays a role in keeping our city safe. And we know that public safety is a group project. We can't do it alone. And so that's why we made historic investments to make sure we have free programs in our rec centers and parks for every young person in our city. There is no excuse